Welcome back to Pro League, everybody, live in the Nexon Arena. My name is Valdez. Joining me tonight is Wolf once again, and we're about to jump into the Telecom Wars.
That we are, and this is going to be a great match. This is going to be a very unique Telecom Wars because Kings and Legends are missing, and
yeah, man,
we did actually, get an interview with the coach a while back where they were asking about this, and he was just like, well, it's going to be a really unique day because a lot of people are going to be traveling, and both of these players both of these coaches are taking this very seriously despite this. Now, we do see Action playing today, most famous for his acting, but also pretty good at ZVZ, and he has a pretty high win rate, if I'm not mistaken, for how many times he comes out. He comes out rarely, but when he comes out, man, he does really, really well. He surprises people.
I wanna see those stats, actually. He is one of those guys that's just like, he'll come in and snipe a player all of a sudden. Let's see how good his acting is today. Maybe he'll have to use that here against soO. We're going into a ZVZ here to start things off. And if you guys do notice, like you were saying, a lot of people are missing, in particular, Dark and Innovation from SKT, and Life and Zest. Zest just winning IM Katowice. Congrats to him. But he's not here, so he's not going to be able to play. And so that opens up 2 slots from both players, or rather from both teams, to add 2 new players that are going to come in here and have to play their A game.
Yep. And
looks like the SKT assistant coach got a new haircut.
Yeah. Not looking bad at all.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Kind of style is pretty popular these days.
Yep,
Oof looking the same with his turtleneck.
TY got a haircut too. I want to point this out. He's trimming his bangs a little bit.
I do see a bit of Pick Baby and TY. They both kind of have that mild demeanor, like always looking at the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very calm guys.
Very dangerous players.
Interesting.
All right, so SKT has actually been not doing very well compared to what you expect from them. soO has been having an off time. Classic has too. Dream, who we see is on fire. He's in the SL finals. He's going to have to hold them together today. We see them pick Sorry as their backup player, so I am really excited to see how well he's going to do because he's going against TY. Last time TY played a B-teamer, he got wrecked by Gear, or Guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah, Guilty.
Not Guilty Gear, but
I know
Guilty.
That always reminds me of that game that I never even played, Guilty Gear, but...
yeah, man. Guilty came out once and made a gigantic name for himself, and I guess he's never going to come out again. He's going to go out with a bang. And here we have the predictions, 4-2 for soO. I feel like most of us just still have that confidence in soO. His ZVZ is pretty good, pretty decent. Why did you vote for Action, Wolf?
I voted for Action because when Action gets picked, he always performs. He always comes out and plays a great game. But almost more than that, soO has been doing pretty poorly. I don't even know if that sideways arrow is even fair. soO is one of the most consistent players of all time, but he's been consistently lackluster in ZVT mech games that he's been playing. But, this is a ZVZ. It's a totally different matchup. Anything could happen.
Yeah, definitely. 2-3 so far here at Pro League. 2015, I should say. We used to talk about in Season 1 about the arrows. There should be like a southeastern arrow, you know what I mean? For these guys that aren't quite the downward arrows, but they're close. I think soO needs that one, actually.
Yeah,
he's lost his last 3 games, I think. One against SOS on Deadwing, and then 2 versus mech games.
On Sejong. 1 versus...
Sejong and then Vani.
Sky High, and 1 versus Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Yoda was first.
Now,
we got everything down here.
Action loves his Hans Zimmer. We've learned this about him already. And he's big into music. He's actually quite good at acting as well.
Yeah, he's a performer.
Yeah, he's starting things off right this round, but he's only played once. But his Pro League all-time record is quite good, and he also has played, he almost has 80 wins in general. That's a lot of experience. This guy people tell me, I followed Action a little bit in StarCraft 1, but people tell me in the house, he was one of the hardest working players that you've ever seen. He just never stopped practicing. He stayed up after everybody went to bed. That's what people tell me. So,
and
that
kind of guy in your house provides so much practice for everybody else in the house. Let's see what he can do for himself here. It's going to be soO versus Action. Game number 1. Up here in the top right, in the red, one of our Zerg players from SK Telecom, T1, he is soO.
And over here, KT Rolster, another Zerg action. Not here on merry-go-round, so you get top spawns. And I kind of like how this matchup plays out in these positions, just simply because the third base gets a bit weird. You know, if you want to end up taking that, like you kind of have to expand towards your opponent or expand far away. It's like a triangle. The map is fair and balanced, but
yeah, different spawns mean different things. I mean, especially against Terran for Zergs.
Oh, he said show me the money earlier, but now he's just saying show me the
your wrapper. Show me the wrapping. Yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
I know. Was that released actually? The 10 questions, 10 answers, just without the translation just yet?
You know, it may be on YouTube, but it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't like super advertised until it's like, you know, ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the way, some StarCraft 1 history for you guys. These 3 cheats mean different things. Black Sheep Wall is to get rid of the vision blurring on the minimap. Show me the money is to get 10,000 minerals and Vespene gas, and Power Overwhelming is a code to make it so that your units do not take damage. They're invincible.
Seems pretty broken, man. I guess that's why they're cheats.
Yeah, and in StarCraft 1 there were no achievements. In StarCraft 2, if you use any of these cheats, I don't know if all of them even work, but if you use the new versions of the cheats, it will eliminate your ability to get achievements. It will void them, just so you know. So don't be like, oh, now I can beat campaign on Brutal. No, you can't. No, you can't. Not if you want the achievement. You can't use cheats. So we have a little bit of a faster pool over here.
Yeah, for soO.
And a little bit more greedy opening on the other side of things for action. He's going to get a small advantage for this. He's going to have a faster gas.
Yeah, so he's just playing it safe. Wants to get that pool out. Doesn't want to die to anything stupid here from action. Maybe just feeling like, oh, it's been a while since we've seen you. I don't want to get cheesed out. I've been playing not so good in my recent games. I want to have just like a full game here, show what I can do. I don't want to die to anything early. So let's just play safe.
Sometimes in the best of 1 in ZVZ, when you see a player go hatch first, it's like he's declaring that he thinks he's the better player, and that there's just like a high chance to cheese, or at least he's declaring that his opponent has a high tendency to cheese.
You mean pool first?
Yeah, sorry, pool first. Like when you see that, you kind of get that feeling of like, all right, I'll play him straight up. He can't cheese me, and then I'll beat him because I'm better. Because there are some advantages, obviously, inherently with getting the greedy build that action takes, but you know, it's not like game ending.
God.
6 scout deny. Oh my God!
What? That was unbelievable.
That was some Warcraft 3 micro right there. That was some Dota we just watched.
Yeah, man, that was some Dota, 100%. But partly that was so's fault. I mean, he should have gone in there with both Lings at the same time to give himself a better chance of getting in there. So now he has no idea that there's a Baneling Nest coming up here for action. And merry-go-round, one of these maps with a pretty large ramp, actually, down here at the natural. We already see soO trying to spread that creep, trying to get that wall up, usually with Evo Chambers and, you know, maybe a Roach Warren as well. But let's see what action can do with this.
Yeah, I have to wait and see. I
mean, he's making drones still.
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose it could just be for safety, but he's also got that speed about to finish up.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be for safety, but he can always use it later. Like, the fact that he's not making anything with it now definitely means it's not going to be an attack.
He's making one Baneling.
Yeah, it's just a safety Bane.
Okay. Not bad. Follow up with the lair.
The meta in ZVZ has changed so much. Like, just to think about like old school ZVZs where the Baneling Nest was almost a necessity because we saw so many attacks. Now people are just so good at microing that like those old Baneling attack builds kind of died. But like at a time when the maps were so small, it was like if he has a Baneling Nest and you have a Baneling Nest, you're at risk. Nowadays, people figured out the Evo Wall, and the maps are just much better than before. Well, we have a quick lair here. Speed coming up a little bit slower here for soO, along with his Roach Warren. And a lot of Overlords that he's pre-made here. I feel like we might be seeing just a big Roach Speedling attack. soO loves to do this. We saw him do it a ton on like Habitation Station. A lot of those games come to mind. Let's see how many roaches he can squeeze out here. 9.
Yeah, and you know what? Back at the base of action, he could go for, I guess, a Spire here. That is what he's going to go for here with that quick lair, but I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this. Baneling Nest is not going to be good against the roaches that are coming across.
Yeah, the roaches are just going to tank everything, wipe the banelings out, and the speedlings are going to come in and do the rest.
This is looking dangerous for action here, actually.
This timing is really good, by the way, for soO. It's like really, really good.
Okay, it is spotted. And with speed not done yet, of course, I don't even think he's got a lair. He's going to move across the map. But we see action already just desperately trying to throw down as many spine crawlers as possible. He's got 4 now.
He's going to need more than 4. He's going to need like 7, man. He's got 6.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make as many banelings as possible as well. I guess try to hit a big chunk.
This is actually so crazy because if he holds, he's going to have a Spire behind this. Like, this is almost an all-in from soO. Okay, coming up here, the spines are not ready. He needs to block him for getting up the ramp. He fails to do so with the speedlings. Big chunk of speedlings gets to the main base. These spines are nearly finished here. One does finish. He may be able to hold this. Queens are blocking now. He's got a pretty nice wall. Drones are going down. He lost a lot of those. Speedlings are almost cleaned up in the main.
More speedlings running across the map, trying to support these roaches, but so many spine crawlers. It buys him so much time, but he gets in a little nook over here in the bottom. He's going to deny mining at this natural. Already 14 drones have gone down. soO, he's got a third base behind this, but like you said, there is that Spire, but like
not useful anymore.
Yeah, I mean, action just doesn't have the economy to back it up. He's going to make 1 muta here, 2 now.
He might not even hold, really. Well, okay, I guess he's going to push this back, but ooh, gotta be careful against that baneling. I mean, he can't even mine because of the control that soO has taken away from him. 1 Mutalisk is
he's got 3 more on the way, but he's just done so much damage. soO already on 3 bases. He can easily prepare for this back at home, put up some spores, get a bunch of queens.
Yeah.
soO already on the way, 3 now. He's going to be totally fine.
He's going to be fine. This
ooh, Nidus.
This basically did critical damage. I like the Nidus idea. It's kind of just like, all right, well, let me just remove the defender's advantage because he still has a few spines he can reorganize. Spores are coming up. They're not done in time, like quote unquote, but like there are queens out that can buy enough time, and there's not enough Mutalisk. He doesn't need to use that third base yet because he's already way up in drones. So it's not like, oh, okay, big deal. He's denying the mining here. He has actually got a few speedlings over here that could have gotten a bit scary, but this Nidus is just going to be the deal breaker. It's a basically just straight up a reinforcing Nidus. It's like a forward pylon Nidus.
Yeah. And it's hidden as well.
That's true.
Action doesn't know about it until the screen. And a bunch of these units coming out here. He's going to reinforce with queens as well, of course, to help defend against the mutas, but as well as provide a lot of transfuses for all of these roaches that are coming out here.
Even a drone coming along for the journey. He might like make that into a spore crawler, man. He's a hero spore crawler.
He definitely
drone.
could, man. He's protecting it with the queens.
Well, it's still going to be tough to attack up a ramp, especially against some of these flying units that can't be targeted until the queens get up here. Well, they're very slow. They pretty much walk backwards off creep, I think.
Drone goes down immediately.
Oh, sad drone.
This is still like 3 spine crawlers doing a decent amount of damage, but this is just so many roaches. A bunch of queens in the back. He's got 8 of them.
Just never going to be cost efficient, but like it's enough. Like it's just enough eventually. And he's that far ahead. He's got transfuses to keep dropping on these roaches to make them basically immortal. Look at that. Coming down here. He missed a few, but doesn't really matter. Now he's just targeting the Mutalisk with the queens. And once these spines fall, so will action. And soO redeems himself today. GG.
Action not able to take this down here. Getting a ZVZ win. At least he gets this win here for SK Telecom. He's going to get that 1-0 lead. Scratches Classic's head there. Gives him a little pat on the head.
I think
you do your job too.
I think I'm 0-6 today for predictions.
Are you really?
I think I am. Oh, no,
you put it on Rogue, right?
Yeah, okay.
So you won.
Okay, so I got 1.
It's all good.
Well, I got to say, straight up, that's soO ZVZ. Loves his roach speedling attacks. Really good at them. Even if he goes for even if he has to do a pool first before he can still hit those timings really crisp. Like his speed lined up right when his speedlings wanted to walk across the map. His roaches were out at the exact same time. Like, he had those overlords pre-made, like, very, very well in advance. Like, everything lined up piece by piece by piece. There was, like, that build definitely was smooth.
It was. And the timing of it also was quite nice. It hit, like, right in between that slot where if he is going for mutas, you're going to hit him before the Spire's even done. But we didn't really even see soO scout any of that. It just kind of like all lined up, like you were saying. It worked for soO. And Action hiding behind the banner, so we're going to look at TY instead.
TY's like, I don't have anything to do with this,
actually. I don't know.
I have nothing to do with this. It's like the cameraman's like, it's all your fault, TY. He's like, what? I'm not even